everybody? This is Torch with Tucson Maidens of Metal. I'm here for the Art Tourage with Salsaman Photography, and with Jill, we are interviewing the awesome band Worhol.
Hello,
Hey.
we're here.
Jill, you gonna say hi, introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Jill. That's Jill.
That's Jill. Where's Jack?
I don't know Jack.
Oh.
If you find him, let me know.
You heard it first from her. She doesn't know Jack.
That's what I
What? So I always like to start off these interviews with something kind of casual, not necessarily related to music, but something to help us get to know you guys all a little bit better. So, what with the date and time being what it currently is, what apps are you guys using the most right now? Apps and games.
You
What
won't
do
know
do?
this answer, sorry.
You don't want to talk to him.
What's that?
An app on the phone. He still has a flip phone.
Oh,
An app is on like our iPhone.
Oh, I know that.
But you don't use any.
No, I don't use it.
Okay, you go first.
He's not even on Facebook.
No, he's not on Facebook.
Oh, what apps do I use?
yeah, with app games.
Oh, well, I'm on Facebook quite a bit.
Okay.
Man, I don't know.
Okay, next. Next, Craig, it's your turn.
That's probably Facebook app the most, but we use for our backtracks, we use the go button for
That's a good plug.
Yeah.
Go button. We use go button.
Go button.
What is Go Button?
It's queues up our backtracks, so you can have all of our songs and our set lists set up on there so that Marty can cue them off. So we set them up, rearrange them before our shows. Yeah, the app is really good.
Yeah.
I use it all the time. It's a lot more expensive now than when I got it, but it's really good.
So I use Facebook, I already stole that. Obviously Instagram, we use GoButton. I use Square because it's very important to be able to take credit cards when you're trying to sell things. So that is a very important app that we use. Obviously Messenger because you want to stay in contact with fans. I used to have filters for photos. I don't really use those anymore. But mainly just a lot of social media stuff.
Okay, so mostly social media, not a whole lot of like games, like no Candy Crush addicts here or anything.
No, I do
Candy
words
Crush
with
still
friends.
on? Oh, you do
Words with friends, yes.
Oh, I love that game.
Yes.
And who is currently playing in your car right now? What bands are you listening to?
You go. You drove all the way here.
Before
We're listening
before
to your
Ashley started
playlist.
driving with her van, we would ride in Larry's van, which we don't have anymore.
We would listen.
Which would be
The sounds of
up
silence.
It would be absolutely
Well-
quiet.
Well, that's because I live during the day. I teach in elementary schools, and I teach music. And then in the afternoons, I teach privately when we're not playing. So I'm teaching music, and then there's the band music and everything. So every now and then, when I just like that moment of silence, where you can just get away from it all and have inner thoughts and away from it. But I still listen to music, but.
Oh, yes.
It's not why you
No
don't.
one-
I'm
no
just
one
old
wears a
school. I
garment.
listen to the older groups that Led Zeppelin and
We were listening to some of that on the way here too. I listen to a lot of like instrumental stuff. So I have like Lindsey Sterling, Camelot, Nightwish, a lot of
Nightwish is my favorite
bands.
band.
Yes.
Yes.
I listen to a lot of like the
Yeah,
I love Delayed too. I love Delayed. I'm noticing a lot of it's almost similar to Nightwish in a lot of the music.
Yeah.
It's like if Amy Lee and Nightwish kind of
Came together.
had a baby and had a really cool baby. That's kind of what that would be.
Yeah.
Now that we're on the topic of music and your music, what do you guys do pre-show to kind of prepare, to kind of rituals? I know you have a honey and lemon tea stuff for your vocal cords. Is there anything else?
I just wing it. As long as I'm fed.
Are you telling me that hair just comes in like 5 minutes? You roll
Yeah.
up
That,
like
yes, it
that?
does. Yes, it does.
He
He
wakes
has
up.
prettier hair than all of us.
He's got like Herbal Essence commercial
He
hair.
wakes up and he's fully dressed.
We
ready
should
to
be
go.
sponsored. We should be sponsored. Here's another plug. We should get paid for Herbal Essences.
Don't worry, Craig, I know people.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Oh,
I like to have a little quiet time before I play. I don't like to feel rushed to get on stage. It makes me really uncomfortable, as they have seen.
You
He
get
doesn't
frustrated a little
meditate
bit?
though.
He doesn't meditate, no.
Never. I've never gotten frustrated. Ever. Never.
No, he's totally kidding.
Ever.
Because
For
for
his
sure.
entire life.
No, I
He's never been upset.
don't like feeling rushed when we get on stage. I feel
You and Dad both don't like that. You don't like feeling rushed at
not
all.
not at all. I like to feel comfortable and feel like I feel like when you're feeling rushed like that, you don't feel like you're in command of the show. The show is in command of you.
You want to be in control.
I want to be in control of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I don't want somebody. All right, enough of that.
My dad used to say haste makes waste, and that's the thing. And I'm like that with Morty. I like to make sure that I have time to make sure everything's working right, rather than just jump on stage. You need to play right now, and you don't have time to set.
Something always gets forgotten.
That's right.
Well, with our
Very
music,
much
it's
so.
important to take your time.
Yeah.
Because we want the show to be the best show that it can be.
Well, yeah, we use backing tracks, and I have to listen to a click track to keep everybody coordinated with the backing tracks.
Like,
We got it.
Mhm.
So it's really important that all our technology is our friend for the evening.
So you could say that your pre-show ritual involves just prepping for the show with the
Pretty
with the
much,
instruments
Pretty much,
and
yeah.
sound
But I
check.
don't like to feel like I've got to do it in 3 minutes.
No, you guys don't like meditate or anything.
I do.
Okay.
But I'm probably the only one that does that.
This is what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for I have to meditate surrounded by 14 green gummy bears.
Oh.
Or I'm waiting for some kind of crazy diva something to happen.
No, I'm not that crazy. But I do.
She just requires a lot of sleep. She's the first one to sleep and the last one to wake up.
Same. It's called beauty rest for a reason. Look at that.
Yeah, well, when she is not driving on a road trip, there's magic dust in the pillow by her head. Her head touches it.
Oh, I can sleep anywhere. I could sleep on the ground.
But on the road, you probably have to be able to do
I'm
that.
a driver this tour.
She is a
Oh,
driver.
I've driven the whole way.
Are you guys sure that's a good idea? She just said she could sleep anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
I did
sounds
say
safe.
that.
I'm the backseat driver. I'm constantly reminded about the speed, and it's raining, and slow down, and this, that, and the other.
Well, as per any good parental figure.
But I used to do a lot of the driving because I had the van, and then Marty a lot of times would drive, and we would use his car to pull the trailer and that. So it's different this time with her. This is the first time the whole group's been with her driving on the road.
And how do you guys feel about that?
I
They're
take my blood
lying.
pressure
They're
quite
here.
off just to.
They
Well,
are
I'm totally on
here.
your side. I just want to get their point of view on your driving.
I think the thing she had to get used to, it's a big van, it's a new van, it's a big van, and it's got all of our equipment in it, plus all of us, so it's heavy.
Yeah.
And so she has to get used to handling a vehicle that's big and weighs a lot.
Because I'm trying
In other words, brake a little bit earlier. That's
Yeah,
the
brake
thing.
earlier,
Watch the
anticipate
brake.
your curve, your turns and all
But
that.
it's a newer vehicle. It should have great brakes.
It does have great brakes, but she has to learn to brake earlier because she's carrying a
Yes.
ton of
I
equipment.
know.
But there's no way to please, if there's a woman driving, there's no way to please the men around her because she's either braking
That is
too
what I'm
short
getting at.
or she's
I'm
riding.
not
If we
sure.
brake
I think
too
we've hit the
soon,
taboo question.
If we brake early
Oh, you
enough.
guys said there was no taboo.
Well, we changed that.
Okay.
All right.
It's fine.
Well, her and I did one of the road trips when she did that one.
Oh, we did a Wizard World to
Wizard World,
Columbus,
yeah.
Ohio.
And I'm sitting
I
there
drove to that,
on
didn't
pins
I?
and needles watching her drive. She's just sitting there singing away, looking at all the all the atmosphere and all the scenery and everything, and just singing away. And I'm going, please watch the road. I don't want to die.
I want to be relaxed.
Yeah, it probably takes
Right?
that whole karaoke thing to a whole other level when you're riding with someone with a voice like that. It's like,
Well, I create harmonies to everything that I listen to on the radio, so I'm sure they'll annoy them too. So,
oh wow, that's an interesting thought.
yeah. Well, so far we've learned that they don't like my driving.
Yeah, I didn't mean for this to become
that's totally
a witch hunt.
Hey, it's real world. It's
Yeah,
true.
thanks a lot.
No, it's true.
It's not that we don't like. We're
I'm
just
not
right
rushing
now at
you.
the state of just being watchful, not just for the safety of the band that we.
We'll get home alive though. I
Oh,
promise.
good.
We hope.
I'm gonna take
I'll
your
check
word
my
for
blood
that.
pressure. It didn't go up that much.
Okay, good. Because nobody's rushing him. So as long as
That's
you
true.
drive slowly, so nobody doesn't feel rushed, we'll be fine. Testament Designs.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. So outside of music, if you don't know, Andy Warhol is our distant cousin, the famous artist.
I did not know
Yeah,
that. You
so
guys
he
were
is.
actually related.
Yes. Dad has his cheekbones.
Oh.
He does. And his younger pictures resemble too. But I paint, I make abstract pieces with shadow boxes, jewelry. And so I'm just now starting to kind of every day, and I love to work with them because it's just a constant reminder that I'm doing what I need to do.
Good. I'm digging that. I'm digging that. Did you have anything?
No, not really.
Okay, well,
I did a lot of research, so I don't know what to ask.
Yeah, I've got more.
She got shut down with the driver thing.
I'm totally on her side. I feel like I want to go home with you guys. I want to test out your driving skills. I'll be
Well, there's no
honest.
room, so we have to put you on the roof.
That's completely fine.
I do have a couple more.
Yeah, totally.
So your book that you recently
Yeah.
wrote, Perception.
Yes.
I'm under the understanding that that is a collaboration of poetry and art. Do you want to give us like a little sneaky snippet, maybe of something, or your favorite part of the book?
Yeah, so with Perception, it is poetry and photography. We use the photographer that we use for the band, which is absolutely amazing, Craig Bryan. And I had a graphic artist as well. And because of the lyrics in the band, I've always written poetry. And so it's kind of a journey to where people can kind of view the world through my eyes. And I don't want to give away too much, but I actually have a couple, or at least one video up now that I speak the poetry and I recorded the music for it.
Really?
So I do have something out there, and I have a few more coming too. But it's just,
Can we
Yeah.
link that or something?
Yes,
in
it is testifying.
in the description? We'll link that.
yeah. So there's a lot that I love to do with multimedia and art related, but it's just supposed to take someone on this kind of journey of viewing life from another perspective.
Okay.
You didn't catch that. It's Testify.
Testify.
That is
That's the
video
very
she's-
last poem.
That's
Yes.
the one that
So
has
that's
the
the one that has the
It's
video.
excellent. You should really
No, I
watch
haven't. I
it.
haven't catched. Catched? Listen to me.
Listen. Watched, listened, relaxed.
Okay.
I listened to it while I was
So,
getting ready tonight. It's very
What
relaxing.
sort of feeling would you like your music to invoke in the listeners?
I have a lot, but you want to go first?
You go first, and then I'll. You're the lyricist.
I'll take that.
Okay. Well, no, we all will answer.
Yeah, I mean, my background with being a classical pianist and in the symphony, and I was a fan of Franz Liszt, which walked the midline between the spiritual world of the good and the bad. You know, one side of him was God, and the other side was the devil. But the music was very haunting, and it's something I enjoy in music is the unknown. Music that brings you to the unknown, and then the orchestration part of it, the great symphonies and things like that. I mean, I have always, like in our music, I do a lot of the violins and cellos, and I like working with that, with bringing all the instruments into play and into the music.
He's a brilliant composer. He hand writes all of
And they're in that. And I like the different modal scales that bring you into a different phase of life. I mean, I could get into theory and say how everything is just Western harmony, like the chords that were used in early rock and roll and country western, but drifting off into more of the
creating your own.
pentatonic scales, that, but more of the minors and diminishes and stuff.
I'm similar with haunting. I love enchanting music, and I love music that makes people think. And there's a couple tracks that we played that you can tell the audience they don't really know how to react, but in a good way. And you can feel it. You just feel the energy when you're on stage, and that to me feels like a huge accomplishment because you know that they feel what you are portraying.
I would definitely describe your music as enchanting and haunting a little bit as well, but mostly enchanting, almost ethereal.
Yeah.
I like people, people go to work and they work their tails off all day long and all week long just to make a living and pay their bills. And they go out to see a band or any kind of entertainment, and for 1 or 2 hours, they ought to be able to just forget about everything else going on in their life, have a good time, and hopefully, when we're done, they'll feel better than they did when they got there.
I appreciate that. Greg?
You guys have pretty much said everything, so I mean, I go along with it.
But your
as
hair is
enchanting.
perfect, so that's cool.
Yeah. You just keep looking pretty.
I just like it to be enchanting, so I like the genre that we, I guess, are kind of in, so I like that sort of thing. I like to be enchanting.
When I first joined the band, they'd already released their first album. I came along right after the release, and Ashley would keep asking me, well, which one of our songs is your favorite? Well, this week is this one, and the next week, you know, it changed because I would listen and get into the songs because I was trying to replicate the drum part that had been recorded, but little by little put a little more of myself into it. So I really had to get in and dig into the songs and listen to them. And each time I listened to a particular song, oh yeah, oh that's my favorite. And then I'd listen to another song, oh no, yeah, that's my favorite. So it changes, you know, from week to week for me, which one of our songs that I really like. But the one I'm really on about right now is a brand new one that we've written that we haven't released yet. It's on our new album that's coming out. And
But we are playing it tonight.
we are playing it
that's what I was
tonight.
gonna ask.
Yeah, we are going to play it tonight. And it's just, can I say it kicks ass. So, I don't know.
That is awesome.
The one thing I really would like to add, and that is, you know, music has always been an expression of the times. And I think in today's time, you know, don't take me wrong with heavy metal and everything, we live in such a violent world, and that's being expressed not, you know, for the benefit of the generations coming up. It's a time to kind of change the music back to where it's more of a peaceful. You know, I grew up in an era of, you know, the hippies and all that, and love and peace and that, and the music was so expressive. And today it's more of a violent type.
A lot of anger.
A lot of anger, where in our days it was more feeling and love. And it's like I tell my students all the time when they're reading music, that music is only good as the black and white and the page that it's written on. You know, you have to take that music and put it in your soul and bring something out of it. And I think a little bit of today's music kind of lacks that.
I also think it depends on what country.
What country? Oh, totally.
Because European music is very much different than what
Oh,
we
yes.
listen to.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we did our tour of Europe.
They do a lot of things where they capture history and, you know, peaceful things, and they try to remind people of what life was like in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what
That's
we
good.
need to focus on.
Symbolism and messages.
Yeah. So it also depends on what kind of music people are listening to, all the genres. You guys sound a lot like a lot of European
Yes.
bands. Like I describe everybody, they're like, who's Worhol? And I was like, it's Evanescence and Sabotage. Bam!
Sweet! I love it.
I wouldn't say Salsaman.
I
really
would.
feel more Nightwish.
It's just the way they sound.
Maybe
Not
a little.
necessarily your lyrics, but the way you
my
guys
favorite band.
sound.
That is
Yeah.
the highest compliment I can give. But also, and Greg and Ashley both mentioned Delane and Nightwish, and they are, as you said, I think they're from Finland, right?
Like,
I do get I get a hint of Finnish metal from you guys, and when I first met Shay, before I found out that you guys are all from Texas, right?
Yeah.
I was like, are you from America? Because your music sounds so Finnish. Now we kind of know what your favorite song is. Obviously, it's your newest song. It's your favorite song to play. Do any of you guys have a particularly favorite song that you enjoy playing more than the others?
I know yours.
Yeah. Mine is Time to Say Goodbye.
Oh.
Because, yeah, it's just, it's mellow.
Yeah, it goes back to
It
that
has
peaceful
a lot of meaning to it.
It's got a lot of dynamics.
I enjoy the
It
lead
does.
that I put on it because it has a little twist of Southern rock in there, kind of like Leonard Skinner. And I have always loved the variety of music. I mean, I could sit here and say, you ask me what I like, and I can say, okay, well, I like the Doors, I like Jimi Hendrix, you know, I like Leonard Skinner, Journey was a great group, you know, Queen was fantastic. So that's one thing I say in my era, there was all these groups that had different types of music. So if you got tired of listening to one, you pulled up another one. It was a totally different, you know, here Black Sabbath came in. So you always had that choice. And nowadays, a lot of times, and I'm not being critical, but it's kind of you hear the same thing. So the variety is gone. And variety is the spice of life. You know, it's not there. You know.
And Time to Say Goodbye has variety. Is that what you're getting to?
Yeah, I guess a long way home.
I guess.
I guess.
This one song I really can put feeling in for some reason. It's just because it happens to every one of us in a relationship where it gets to a point where it's time to say goodbye. I mean, that's just the way it is. You know, I think that's what this is expressing.
And that's not really something that's mentioned in music today anymore either. Nowadays, music is all about like sex, punch you and then sex
Yeah.
you, and punch you while we sex, and that's pretty much what it's not about. Like, our time is done. It's time for us to say goodbye. We don't really have that in music these days. My personal favorite song from you guys is "I Love You, Darkness." That was
Well, we're
awesome.
playing it tonight.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Your favorite songs to play?
Mine is the newest one, Fight, 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 or
current album. So
Current album, so, well,
teasing everybody.
yes, I know. But Voices from Above is my all-time favorite. Whenever I sing that, you can just like
It was
tell
beautiful.
I am singing from my soul.
We're playing that tonight.
Yes.
Oh, I'm excited.
But The Darkness, that was the first one that
We
really.
ever wrote.
She had to learn how to ride a horse.
I
Yeah.
came out with the musical and everything. That happens a lot. You know, I'll come out with licks and music together, you know, bring to Ashley and yeah, hey, let's do some vocal to this and that. But it's a very special song. It was the first one that we had our first video too.
Mhm.
It just brings back a lot of memories.
Ironically, when we did that music video, we didn't even have a bassist or a drummer at the time. So one of his piano students' father played the bass on it. My violin instructor from college, I got him to play in the music video, which was awesome. And one of the crew people actually played drums, so he sat in as the drummer for the video.
Is that who was on drums?
Yeah, it was a crew
I had no
member.
idea.
Yeah. So I mean, it worked out.
But when we recorded it, actually, Mark Andes from
Yeah, from Mark.
the bass player
Did
from
bass.
Spirit played
Yep.
that from Spirit group
Yeah.
years ago, and then we also hired out the other musicians, the violinist and celloist and that, and the drummer.
Y'all have to start somewhere.
Yeah, we really didn't have set musicians. It was Ashley and I. Our drummer, our true first drummer, was a drum machine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you just click it.
yeah.
Go!
The Darkness had a drum machine in it.
Not
We
anymore,
changed
though.
it. But not anymore.
It's been replaced by Marty. and a
We
few
plug
others.
him in and he clicks it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you just plug him in and what do you plug in?
Where?
Don't go there.
Is it a 3-prong outlet or two?
It's taboo
What's the
question.
same thing?
Is this sensitive?
I come up to the car and jump start him. Oh man. Okay, well, before we go, is there anything you guys would like to just kind of get out there to the public? I mean, you said you're re-releasing a new album. You're releasing a new
An
album.
EP, yeah.
Yeah.
And a music video as well for one of the tracks on the EP.
Fight, fight, fight.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. We're going up to, where are we going?
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Were
in
you about to say
April.
Wisconsin?
No, I was
Oh.
going to ask you if it was okay to say.
Oh, I thought. Oh, yes, no, it's fine.
Yeah, no, we're going to Kentucky in April to shoot the music video.
And we're actually filming it with a director that used The Darkness for a horror film of his that just got released. So that track is in a movie.
What's the film?
So
Don't be
it's
with
called
the-
Rosalie.
Rosalie and it's
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm excited.
Yeah, there's a spotlight. Thank you, Car. I'm blinded by the lights.
What's actually happening is that the ethereal glow, the angels,
It's natural.
It's natural.
waiting to be released in the sound of your voice. That's your medium.
Those angels' halos are a little crooked, I think.
I think the most important thing that has been said so many times on our interviews and that is just how we appreciate the audience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you guys for taking the time to come out and interview
Yeah, without
us. Thank you.
people like you and people that come see us.
This is a huge honor.
We're just some band otherwise.
Oh, thank you. We're honored that you're honored.
I mean, it's harder now than before because you sit and, you know, in my days that, you know, you'd have your songs played on the radio. The radio was more open to new artists and that. Now it's kind of a closed circuit trying to get in.
It's word of mouth. That's really
Yeah,
what
word
it
of
takes.
mouth and just touring and trying to get your name out there. And that's the hardest thing. Things have changed so much. Technology has changed.
Well, we try to be accessible at our shows.
And I don't think
After
you
the
guys-
set, we'll go to the merch booth and hang out and whatever.
I don't think you'll have any kind of a problem getting your name out there and expanding for the better because you all seem like very kind-hearted, humble-hearted people. Like there's bands, I won't name them obviously, there are bands that I used to really like and then I heard that, you know, the lead singer is a diva, you know, or that guy's a dick and he kicks people out of his shows for screaming, or just, you don't want to deal with musicians that are jerks.
I mean, we're all
And you
human,
guys
we're all
seem just
people.
fantastic and I think that's maybe you really
We're
are.
all pursuing the same dream. You know, some bands are farther along that road than others, but we're all pursuing. We just want to
We're just
be.
people in general. Everyone's
We're just
chasing
people.
a dream.
We're just people. We just happen to play music in a band together. And that's the only thing that makes us different from somebody who works in an office or in a cafeteria or whatever. We happen to be musicians. It's what we do. It's who we
It's your
are.
job.
It's our job. It's a job that we love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Has to be.
you know, there's other than that, we're just guys and gals. And, you know,
I think the main thing is there are no prodigies. That that everyone where they are had put a lot of time and hard work into it. And even when you do, after all those years and all that hard time and work, you have to still remember that the ones that are starting out is right where you were many years ago, and you have to still appreciate that in them too. You know, that even starting, out very young.
And is there a message or any kind of advice that you would have for those who are just starting out in pursuit of the dream that you guys have?
Practice.
Do you want me to really say it?
Yes, do it.
God.
Put the iPads down and the phones and practice.
Yes.
And do something with your life rather than just, playing games. And that's what I see just in teaching. Children nowadays, it doesn't seem like they want to learn. If they do, they want to just play. They want the easy way out. And it takes hard work. It really does take a
They
lot
want
of hard
instant
work.
gratification. I teach music like Larry does. I teach drum lessons. I've lost several students that will come in and for some reason they think they've seen somebody playing drums on a YouTube vid or whatever. They come in and they think, oh, that's really cool. I want to do that. They sit down at a drum set and then I try to teach them how to play and they realize, oh, I can't just sit down and do this. I've got to work at it. And they're gone.
I think drive and determination and never giving up is huge for any dream that you have, because there will be people who tell you no, or there will be people who say do this instead of that, and you have to stay true to who you are. And as long as you do that, and like you said, practice and
I wish I had $1 for every time all of us have been told no.
yeah, you'd be rich. One of my professors in college told me I needed to have a plan B, and I was like, no thanks, I'm going to make my plan A. I will be successful at it.
That professor
So-
needing it. So the general message is don't give up.
No,
Don't
do
give up.
not give up. Do not give up.
Don't give
And
up on your
don't
dream.
sell yourself short. You need to stay true to who you are.
I think that's something that we can all take home at the end of the day. Well, there you have it. That has been Worhol. They are fantastic. Catch their new EP, Fight, Fight, Fight. And I look forward for a link in the video of of Ashley. What was the reading? Testify. Yeah, Testify should be. We'll link that at the bottom in the comments.
Thank you.